Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Linda and I make videos about life in Canada. If you're not new here and you're subscribed, welcome back and thank you so much for supporting my channel. So as you guys can tell in today's video, I just wanted to quickly jump on here and talk a bit about how to get your driver's license in BC. Before I get into the video, please do keep in mind that Canada is a big country, and so different provinces have different rules and regulations. So if you're not in BC, this video is probably not going to be helpful for you. So I just wanted to put that out there. So what I'm going to do is I want to go over the two ways of getting your driver's license in BC. So the first option is if you already have your driver's license from your home country. The process is slightly different, so you will basically have to do a couple of steps to transfer your home country's driver's license to a BC one. It's a way shorter process. Most people prefer that one. And then the other option is to basically, if you do not have a driving license from your home country, you would then go through a couple of steps. It's a way longer process. And you would then try to get a BC driver's license. So I took the second option. So basically I don't have a driving license from my home country. I'm not sure why I didn't get a driver's license when I was at home, because I have plenty of time. But anyways, it is what it is. So I would say the process that I'm taking is definitely the longer one. I would encourage, if you're an international student and you are trying to figure out like the driving license route, it's better to honestly have some driving experience from your own country, so that when you get here, all you're doing is just transferring that knowledge and transferring your driving license from your home country into a BC one. So the BC one, I'm not going to talk too much about it because, as I said, it's very straightforward, and also that's not the route that I'm taking. But basically what you have to do is you would have to show your driver's license, I believe, and they would have to verify that it's like legit and that you've been driving for however long it says you've been driving for. And then you have to take a knowledge test, which is just a test to make sure you understand like the theory, the rules, the road signs in BC. And then once you pass that, you can then, I believe you can also drive for like a year. You're allowed to drive technically, and like you have less restrictions. And then once you take the road test, that road test would then transfer you into a fully licensed BC driver basically. So it's a bit shorter compared to the process that I'm going for. So in a nutshell, the steps are basically divided into like 3 parts. So the first thing you have to do is you have to pass the knowledge test, and then after that you have a year to practice driving, and then after a year you can then take the road test. And if you take the road test, you will then get what they call a novice driver's license. And by the way, I'm also like reading some notes from the website, the ICBC website, just to make sure I'm giving you guys the right information. So once you get your novice, you can drive for 2 years. So you have to drive for 2 years, get 2 years driving experience, and then you can take the second road test, and that would be, I believe it's the class 5 or class 7. I always mix them up. It's the class 5. So you would write a class 5 road test, and then if you pass that test, you would then be fully licensed as a BC driver. So you can already see how it's like it takes long, because you take your knowledge test, you have a year, you're given a year to like drive and practice, then you can take a road test, then you can only take the second road test after 2 years. Even then I think there's restrictions, like you shouldn't be, I think they describe it as 2 years of like safe driving. So you can't really be in an accident. I don't really know the full details, but generally it's a much longer process. So you can see why it's much better for you to just take the driver's, to come in with a driver's license from your home country. So now that I've given you guys the general overview of the steps, I'm going to talk a little bit about like my experience and like which part of the process I'm on. So how does the knowledge test work? So basically, to take the knowledge test, there's a booklet that is available on the ICBC website. ICBC is just the I guess it's like a government website that regulates drivers and the rules and regulations and all of that. So they also take care of the driving tests and all of that. So you would go to an ICBC office. They have different branches in different parts of BC, and you take the knowledge test. The knowledge test has about 50 questions, and you need to get 40 of them right. So 40 out of 50 questions correctly answered, and you would basically qualify as like someone who's passed the knowledge test. So for me, the first time I took the knowledge test, the first time actually, I got 39 out of 50, which was quite sad because obviously I missed it by 1 mark. But the good thing is, I think you can come back and write the knowledge test again. You can try again within like 7 days. That's what it says on the website. But I think for me it was like you had 2 weeks, like you come back in 2 weeks at the time when I did it. So once you pass the knowledge test, you get 40 out of 50. You then get your L. So I basically got my L. So now I have the L and I can drive. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Let me find the license just to show you guys what it looks like. So once you pass, obviously you will get your L, and then you also get your driver's license. I'm obviously not going to show you guys. But I wanted to read at the back because it has some restrictions. So when you have the L, first of all, you are expected to display the L. So if you're driving a car, you should put the L at the back of the car. That's the first rule. The second one is you must drive with someone else who's over 25 and is a qualified supervisor, meaning the person has to be like a fully licensed person. So it could be an instructor, like a driving instructor, or someone who has a full license in BC. That's the way you can like drive. So you need someone else to supervise while you're driving. And then you're only restricted to 1 passenger, and then you are only restricted to drive between 5 a.m. and midnight. So those are the main restrictions that they've also printed at the back of the license, just to remind you in case you forget. And then you, like I said, you always have to display this at the back of your car, so when you're driving on the road, people know that you're like, you've only passed the knowledge test, really. So the knowledge test, as it is, it's just about theory. And then once you get your L, you basically have a year to practice. And so I'm basically at that stage now where I'm gonna start some driving lessons in like the next few weeks, and then I have about a year. It's probably been like 3 months that I haven't done any driving, but I have like about 9 months before my first road test. And yeah, that's all in general. That's what I wanted to just share with you guys. And what I'll do is I'll keep you guys updated as I go through the different steps. I might even yeah, I'll definitely update you guys once, maybe after I get my N. Hopefully I get it in the first try, but we'll see. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys found this video informative, and yeah, I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.